Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. It's finally time for my Yarny goodness surprise. It's big, y'all. Like I said, it's big. Before I get into that, I always like to say welcome new subscribers and welcome back subscribers. I'm happy to have y'all here with me. This is a giveaway video sponsored by me and me alone, nobody else. So welcome, y'all. Since this is not a typical podcast, I'm not going to do all the other stuff I usually do. There's a bunch of links down below. Y'all can find me in different places if you want to do that. Before I get into the giveaway stuff and talk about my out of control yarn stash, I wanted to show y'all a few bags I finished yesterday that will be going into the shop. Hopefully by Monday afternoon I'll have them all listed, and some more that I'm going to try to finish up this afternoon. We'll see how that goes. So these are all, now these are not fabrics I showed in my last video that I spent the weekend cutting out. These are some that are already cut out and were quilted, and you know, they were closer to being done. I have shown them before. There are a lot of, you'll see a lot of fabrics you'll see a couple of fabrics you've seen regular size bags for in the shop before. These are like leftover bags, and then one set that I had to finish up. So let me just show you all those right quick. First, I have this fun chicken fabric, and I did some special stitching detail because I thought it looked like chicken feet prints, because on the inside of this is chicken feet print, right? And a fun pocket. And this bag is one of the first ones with my added D-ring, which I think I should have stitched that there because it's a little floppy, but it does have a D-ring on the tab. So I have this, a zippered maker bag, a drawstring maker bag. I still gotta put the drawstring in it, but I did put the D-ring in that one too. So I have the zippered maker bag, the drawstring maker bag, just gotta put the drawstring in it, a mini maker bag that I gotta put a drawstring in, and then the zippered pouch, which also has that fun quilting detail on it. And all of these have the same interior fabric and everything. I do have to put some charms on the zippered pouch and maker bag. So that will be coming. And then I got this little cutie pie zippered box bottom pouch. This is so cute to me. It's not that big, but it turned out so cute. It has this fun gold and mint. It's like gold hearts and spade. It's like the spades and hearts and diamonds and clubs in a gold shimmery and then a minty color. It has my little ribbon tab in it. And these come with a smaller maker charm. What's going on with that? I think I just got it. I was holding it weird. Okay, so that's one going in there. I had some bigger bags in the shop earlier in the year and that. Then I have two with the fun ostrich rose. It looks like the feathers are made of roses and flowers. And two of those. They got slightly different zipper colors. They both have this diamondy looking print on the inside. I'm pretty sure. Well, no, this one's got a dark purple linen looking fabric on the inside. These are considered maker leftover bags. And see, they're a bit smaller than the one I usually make with my sets. These, which I think these are be more the size they're gonna be. I don't know. I need to check that because what I cut out before I got two of these out, I think I might have got them a little smaller, but I'll put the size on there when I put them in the shop. And then I have one box bottom one in that same print finish. It's bigger. It's bigger than this one. That's what I was talking about. This is a cutie little one. These are good for that has that same print in it. These are good for cosmetic bags, embroidery bags. You can fit small hoops and thread and stuff in here. small amigurumi project. So those are just some I have finished that will be coming up. I've got a little stack over there of others, and that'll be the last of the print for these bags, except some patchwork totes I'll be doing. You may see a bit of it in some of those. So, and then now before I show you the giveaway stuff, I know you're ready for the giveaway stuff. I have this bag of, I did the Moogly crochet along, like, I mean, this was like 3 years ago, y'all, and this has been hanging around for 3 years. It's crocheted blocks. They're all different. I threw these in the washing machine. I had already blocked them, but I went ahead and threw them in the washing machine to clean them up a bit because they've been sitting around so long. But they're in, let's see, kind of a red, white, and blue theme. Each block is different. Red, white, and blue, and gray. I'm not going to take them all out. There's a couple that have 2 colors in them. But the reason I'm showing this is because this has been sitting around for 3 years, y'all. I'm not going to finish it, obviously. I had plans to do something with it. I just need to let it go. So if somebody wants this bag of squares for some project, please let me know. Because, and I know a lot of people do blankets for charity and stuff like that. So if you, or just because you want it, I don't care what you do with it, as long as you sew it together, hopefully. This was made with Red Heart Super Saver yarn, so it's not anything fancy, but I don't have any of it left that I could even send with it to stitch it together, but it is Super Saver yarn, so if somebody wants it, please let me know, because I just needed to move on to somebody who's actually going to sew it together, because I'm trying to clean out a little bit. So now that I've got those things done, I need some water. Voice is a little bit scratchy, y'all. My head is just having some sinus issues with the allergies, and it's starting to gut. I'm trying very hard not to get a cold, because it's starting to feel like I'm trying to get a cold, and I don't want a cold. My eyes are all poofy and squinty. All right, so let's move on to the giveaway portion of this. Okay, y'all, this is so much stuff. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, in this box, there's over 8,000 yards of yarn in this box. So I've decided to pick 2 winners for this one. Still going to be a lot of yarn, because this is a Chewy box full of yarn. And I don't know if you've ever seen a Chewy box. I don't think I can pick this up, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Yeah, it's humongous, because dog food comes in it, y'all. So it won't come in the Chewy box. Like I said, I'm going to divide this in half. I'll try to make it an even kind of thing for what I've got in here. I've got several Mary Maxim kits in here. I have some Burnett yarn. I have some Lion Brand yarn. I have a little bit of all kinds of yarn in here. So I'm going to show you what I have and the way this will work. And then I'll tell you about how it's going to work at the end. And I also wanted to say I updated my yarn stash file, which I have an Excel file. I keep up with my yarn stash, so it has all the info. It's much easier when I'm looking for yarn for a certain project. I haven't updated it in a long time. At the beginning of the year, I had over 72,000 yards of yarn, and my goal was to cut that in half. Well, guess what, y'all? Even after I pulled out all of this yarn, and the fact that I don't have all my whips in that list yet, and there's a couple places that have a 0 in the yardage because it only gave me meters, or I've got to convert some things. Now I have over 140,000 yards of yarn. I doubled it instead of cutting it in half, y'all. What is going on? I don't know. So yes, I am definitely on a yarn diet. I'm going to call it a diet because I will still get my yarn clubs. Plus, I have a big box of yarn coming from Lion Brand that I ordered, which I seriously shouldn't have ordered. There, it's a big box. I'm not even going to tell you how much is in there for right now, because it was when they had their 10 for $10 yarn, and they had a lot of stuff in there that I liked. So, anywho, so this big box, it's a big box, and there's a lot of yarn in it, but it's nothing compared to what I have in my stash. It's out of control, y'all. So, I've got to get to making, okay? Got to get to making with the yarn. No more yarn buying. I'm going to say, I would say for the rest of the year, but I know during Black Friday sales, I'm going to find stuff I want. So, beyond my yarn clubs, that's what I'm at right now. So, we'll definitely not going to meet that goal of cutting it in half. It's not going to happen, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy madness. Okay. Let's dig in this box and see what's in here. The first thing I'm going to show is that I'll be putting one of these in each box of giveaway. It's a little finger. I found these on clearance at Walmart. It's supposed to help with your yarn counting. You're supposed to be able to wear it on your finger. I would probably loop it on my bag or something. I don't know that I'd want that on my finger, but these will be in the box. So, alright, so now let's just take a look at what's in this box. As I said, there's several Mary Maxim kits. So I realized when I went through them, there was a lot of them I probably wouldn't make. I still have several of them because I had it for over a year or so, but I only have made one of those kits anyway. So here we go. So this one is a Milan wrap. So these will all come in the zippered pouch with the yarn and a pattern. So this is Milan yarn. I'll take these out, but I'm trying to, I think this is, well, this is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So you're supposed to have everything in there to make a hat and a wrap. So that's one kit. The next kit is a blankie and hat. It's a baby pattern, and I don't really have any babies to make for right now, so I wouldn't be making it. This is their Trendy Baby Antibacterial Anti-Peel Acrylic. It's a number 3 weight yarn. This is the number 3 weight. So you get everything in there to make that blanket and that hat. It's in those, it's a pretty, well, I feel like it could be neutral if you want it to be. It doesn't have to be a baby boy, but there's that kit. This one has this little brown bag they gave at the beginning of the year, which came with the thing loose. I'm gonna try to remember to fix that before I send it out. But this has that velvet yarn in it. I guess you're supposed to be able to make all of that stuff. Headband, a cowl, another headband, a scarf, and wrist warmers is what it says. I guess you can make all of that, but it's in this, I just don't like the colors. It's not a color that I would really looks good on me or that I would wear, but it's the baby plush velvet yarn. It's very soft, and this is 100% polyester. It says it's a number 6, but it seems kind of small for a number 6, but it's probably just because it's the velvet. But that is another kit. Alright. I have to empty out this side of the box and put it back in, and then do the other side of the box. This is not necessarily a kit, but it came as a set. This is Hirschner's yarn. This is their Afghan yarn, 2-ply, 100% acrylic. So this is a number 2 weight. This was like, well, there's 2 different tones of red and 2 different tones of teal in it. It was like it was a set of Christmas yarn, but it was like called something specific. I can't remember, but there's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 balls of yarn in here. I think there's 2 of each color, yeah. So it's not really a kit, but it is a set. So there's that. This is 3 balls of the Textures yarn. I think I got this in Line Brand Textures. This is the color Meadow Flowers. Number 4. It's 100% acrylic, 90% acrylic, 10% nylon. I like the colors in that, but I have more of it. I think this is something that came in those Santa sacks that they did last year. So there's 3 of those. All right, let me get these. So I have 2 of these Boulevard Boutique, Red Heart Boutique Boulevard, which they don't make this anymore. Now, I caught a sale last year or the year before. They had these on flash sale on these for 99 cents a skein, and I ordered like 2 of all the colors I could get. So this is a number 7 yarn, and it is, well, it's 73% acrylic, 16% nylon, and 11% wool. So I have 2 in this color. This Atrium is what color it is. Now, I will say on the blog, I have a pattern for a super scarf that uses 2 of these, so you can make that with it. And then I have this one random color of Burnett Softy Chunky yarn. It's Emerald is the color. This is 100% acrylic. It's a number 6 yarn. I don't know why I have just one random color of it, but you should be able to make a hat with it or something at least. Well, that knitted pattern on the front says 2 balls, but it's because it's 2-tone, but I think you should be able to at least get a hat out of that. Alright, so let me pause and put this back in that end of the box, and then we'll look at the other end of the box. Okay, now let's look through some of this. These are some random little one skein things I have. Well, not this one. This is a pack. This is eyelash yarn. It's Premier Lash Flux in this red color. Dynasty is what it's called. I have 2 packs of this for some reason. I think I got it in one of their, they did the, what's it called? It's kind of like a bag, a mystery bag or something like that. But I don't need 6 of them. But this is number 5, and they say that about all this eyelash yarn because of the fluff on it. I can't see what it's made out of, but it's probably a polyester or something like that. But so this is going in there because I have too much of it. I don't know when I would use it. I like to blend this yarn with the regular yarn. It's easier to stitch with to me. So then I also have this Red Heart Boutique ribbons. Ooh, I want to say I got this on clearance at Walmart one time. So this is just like a string holding it together, kind of like when you get the hanks. That's what that is. Sangria is the color. It's a number 6. But this is a fun one. Golly, it's so bright. It's not really that bright. It's a shiny color. I guess it is kind of that bright, but I think that pattern on the front, you can make a scarf with it. I think I made a hand knit or hand crocheted scarf or something with it. I don't find it fun to use with needles, but yeah, there's some of that. I actually have a huge bag of black and gold of it because it was like $1 million the bag. So next I have this, I think this was from a D-Stash or something. I don't know. It's just this DIY, Line Brand DIY yarn. It's just a number 4 acrylic in cream. I just don't think I'll use it. That's just a random yarn. I have this Aunt Lydia's crochet thread, which I don't even know why I bought this because I think I was gonna do something. I seen a pattern, but y'all, tiny crochet hurts my hands. Victory Red. So it's 100% mercerized cotton. So I have this. Then I have a Darn Good Yarn. I think it was one I got in a box one time or something. It's Mystic Shadows. It is a number 4. This is made of recycled silk. It's a pretty purple with the black going through it. That I have. And then I just recently did a review on Showreel Studios. So I'm putting this Azure. This is the 50/50 Superwash Merino cotton that I got. And I got a lot of yarn from her. One was because she accidentally put one in the bag that I didn't actually purchase. So I figured I would pass on the love by giving one away. So there is that, and it's pretty blue Azure. This is a fingering weight yarn. So there's that. Now let's move on to this other stuff I got. There's more y'all. This is Burnett Pop. I picked these up for $1 at Walmart one time, and it comes in this. It's called Ebony and Ivory colorway. This is a number 4 yarn, acrylic. I have 4 of these. I got to stand up, y'all, so I could dig them out the box. So I have 4 of the Burnett Pop. So that's a good. That's enough for a good sized project. So next I have, for some reason I had one skein of this. Did I make something? I don't know. I must have picked it up on clearance maybe. It's Sphinx, Mandala Sphinx. It's just one skein I got of it for some reason. Next I have this 3-pack of Premier Angel yarn. I'm pretty sure this came in one of those mystery bags, but the color's not really something I would typically use for anything. It's called Bird Bath. It's purple, but if you look down in it, there's some tealy blues and some browns even in some areas, some browny cones. So it's holding that bag. Get down in there. It is a number 3. It is acrylic. I'm pretty sure. I can't see the thing. Yeah, acrylic. So there's that. Then I have 2 each of this Red Heart with Love. This was another flash sale they had, and I ordered these, and I ordered some solid colors. To me, these printed colors, they're smaller balls, number 1, and they cost the same. Number 2, I don't know, they had a different texture to me than the regular solid does. So I've got 2 in Water Lily and 2 in Cerulean Blue. Those are acrylic. Okay, this is the last thing, y'all. This one's kind of strange because I have, this is the only thing I have in here that's like, why is that coming off? Kind of leftover things. But this is all this 24/7 cotton by Line Brand. It's a mercerized cotton, and I currently have a knitting project going with it, but I tried crocheting with it. I don't like working with this yarn. It's a lovely yarn. There's nothing wrong with it. I personally don't like working with it. So I have this, and I have, this is taupe, and I don't know what these other colors are because I had caked them up already, and I'm not completely sure these are full skeins. I think these are full skeins, but I have this darker brown, this gray, and this blue color. I'm pretty sure these are leftovers though, and not full skeins. And then I have this, which is several colors kind of tied together because I had a project was working on, and I frogged it all. And then this. So these are the colors in this ball as well. So if you like it, there's a bunch of yarn to work with there. So that's everything in the giveaway. I'm gonna pause for another second so I can put all this back in the box. Okay, is that enough yarn for y'all? As I said, I'm going to do 2 winners for this. So all this will get basically divided in half. I'm gonna try to divide it in a way that you get a good portion of each thing I showed. I will be keeping like things together. The only thing I may divide up is the Burnett Pop. I may put 2 in each one. So everything else will stay together as it is in the package, as it is in its individual packages, if it's in a package or if it's a type of yarn. I also want to say that I have dogs in my house, okay? So I will do my very best to make sure there's no dog hair on my yarn that I send you. The stuff in plastic should be fine. But if you have an allergy or something, you may want to take that in consideration. I do my best to keep the dog fur off of my stuff, but y'all, it's ridiculous. So yeah, so now this is how this is going to work. Number 1, to enter, comment down below. If you saw something in particular you just loved in that box, you can mention that in your comment, and if you're picked as a winner, then I will try to include it in your box. And the way that will work, since I'm doing 2, the first person picked would get their choice, and if the second person happens to have the same choice, then I won't be able to do that, obviously. But yeah, you can mention something that you really, really loved that you saw in there, and if your name is drawn, then I will try to make sure that that's in your box. Like I said, it would, if both people picked have the same like, then it would be difficult. So you may want to mention more than one thing if you saw it. Yeah. And would also love to know what you are currently working on with yarn, whether it be crochet, knitting, weaving, or whatever you're doing with yarn. I would love to know what you're working on. So that's a 2-part thing. You do need to say what you're working on for sure, and then if you have a preference as to what you saw in the box, you can put that along with it. So you do have to say what you're working on currently to be entered for sure. And if you saw something you preferred, you need to mention that. You can mention that in your comment as well. Ugh, I can't talk, y'all. So yeah, I told y'all it was going to be big, didn't I? And there's probably other things I could have pulled, but once I saw how much yarn that was in that box already, I said, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'll save that for another day. So yeah, and don't forget that the bags I showed you that are coming up, hopefully I'll have them in there by tomorrow evening. It's Sunday today, so by Monday evening. And the bag of granny square, well, they're not all granny squares, the bag of Afghan squares, if you would like that for some reason, just let me know. You can leave me a comment or you can email me. Whomever claims it first will be the one who I send it to, okay? I think that's all I had for today. I hope y'all had a lovely weekend. I have got to edit this video, get it uploaded. I did finish my newsletter, so if you're signed up for that, that'll be going out at 5 o'clock today. And I'm going to try to finish sewing these other bags for my next shop update, and then I'll be working on more stuff. And the people that have special orders, I am working on them. I haven't forgotten about you. And people that have emailed me or messaged me about something they saw in my fabric haul, I have seen it. I just haven't had a chance to answer it yet. And I would also say, if you would please either email me or message me in my Etsy shop about that. it's easier for me to keep up with that way. When people leave comments for me, I don't always find them again. So please, if you can, email me or send me a message through Etsy. That's going to be the best way to make sure your request, or if there's something you want me to hold for you, is I remember it and get it on my list. So I'm going to let y'all go for now. This is already 30 minutes. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing. And I will see y'all next week for Tutorial Tuesday. I'm going to be talking about reading a crochet pattern. I had someone ask me to talk about that in the comments, so I thought I would do that for my next tutorial video. And then I will have the third part of my Line Brand yarn review coming out on Thursday. So, and then I should be back to my regular podcast by next weekend. So I will see y'all later. Have a wonderful week. Make pretty things. And don't forget to have a life lived creatively. Bye, y'all.